Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Grub with us. I am Natasha,
And this is Eddie.
and today we're having homemade cupcakes. And what are we talking about today?
Superstition.
Superstitions. Um, Let me go ahead and get started with my superstitions. I guess I'll take the lead so you can start, or you can go ahead and taste the cupcakes, see if it's good or not. And I'll take the lead on this one.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and tell them how the cupcake tastes? Very chocolatey, because the cupcake's chocolatey and then the frosting we chose is also chocolate. But we'll ask you later how that tastes and if you like it or not. But let me go ahead and get started with this episode. I think this episode for me is a little interesting because growing up we were told a lot of things, like a lot of different things that we were made to believe, that now when we're so grown, like we're adults, and when we think back we're like, wait, that doesn't even make sense. Like why did we even believe something like that? But it was something that we were told as kids and we grew up with it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to end up telling our kids the same superstitions, even though they're funny, they're crazy, and most of them don't even make sense. One of the most interesting ones, or one of them that I remember from the top of my head is, I remember my grandmother telling me that because we all had long hair from like the time we were really small, and my grandmother would tell me, if you went outside after 6 p.m. with your hair open, then the ghosts and the spirits are gonna come get you. And I thought, I mean, at that time I was like, oh my god, okay, if we go out after 6, like we have to make sure our hair is tied up, or we shouldn't even go out after 6, because that's, I guess, the hour of the spirits or whatever. Um, but yeah, now when I think about it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't even like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, if you go out, the spirit's gonna come get you. And now, like, cause our hair's open all the time, like it's barely even up or tied up, and we're always out and about. And to think we're like, okay, that didn't make much sense, but I wonder how they came up with that. Um, one of the very many, that's one of the many superstitions that I was told. I guess, another one is, let me see. If a black cat crossed your path, it's bad luck. I don't know if that was something that you were believed or you were made to believe too, or have you ever heard of anything like that? But it was just a black cat, not a dog, not a cat of any other color, but specifically a black cat. If that crosses your path, it's bad luck.
Yeah, we had that here. I didn't believe it, and it wasn't something my parents told me. Um, but yeah, like the the black cat, the breaking mirror, and the going under ladder was like the ones I knew
Going
about the
under the
most.
ladder?
Mhm.
What was the ladder one?
Bad luck. So there, all three of those were like bad luck. So you could, if you walked under a ladder, it's bad luck. You start getting bad luck. You break a mirror, it's 7 years bad luck.
7 years, huh?
Um, it's bad luck to open an umbrella inside.
Yeah, we had that too. If you open an umbrella indoors or under a covered roof or anything,
Yeah.
then it's considered bad luck. Now that you said breaking mirrors, for us, I guess it was just you can't keep a broken mirror in the house or any sort of broken glass because that signifies bad luck. And when we think of glass, I think of kitchen, like a glass, drinking glass. I also think of scissors. For us, it's we were told that if a scissors, you know how like usually it's closed up, right? But if it's opened and you keep it down, it means it's gonna cause fights in the house. I don't know. That was so odd now that I think about it. But growing up, we believed it, like hardcore believed it, that you have to like make sure after you're done using the scissors, you have to make sure that it's closed up and put it correctly in the right place. Because if it's not, and if it's opened up, then it's gonna cause fights in the house. Like two people are gonna end up fighting in the house.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's just a thing in Fiji or it's just like a brown person thing, but that was one of the crazy things. One more, I remember we had this. So for us, like, I don't know, maybe it's more like a Fiji thing or like a brown people thing. Usually, when you get to know a person, and even if you're not related, they automatically become your family. So, like, if he's like an older person in the community or like in your neighborhood, then he automatically becomes your grandpa. Like, you call them grandpa, like, you don't say their name or you don't say uncle or whatever.
Is that a superstition?
No, no, no. I was just explaining. I'm getting to the superstition.
Oh,
Yeah, so like I mean, you just end up calling them grandpa, uncle, or whatever. How I guess according to their age, you call them whatever suits them. So we had this one grandpa. He used to always visit us, and Saturday mornings he would wake up and he would take a walk around the neighborhood, and he would stop by houses and everything. I remember him telling me once, we were like, oh, we have a sore throat, like, does anybody know a quick remedy to it? Because obviously I'm sure all of our families are very good at like homemade medicine and homemade remedies or home remedies, I'd say, instead of going to the doctor, just a quick fix and you're good. And he told me, he was like, get a glass of water, take a knife and cut the water. Like, you pretend like you're cutting the water and drink it, and it's gonna help your sore throat go away because it's gonna cut the pain away. And dumb enough, I think I was like, no, I was in fourth or fifth grade, so that would make me what, about 9, 10, 9, 10 ish. I'd say I was pretty old, but I guess I was pretty dumb at that time. And I had a pretty bad sore throat, so I did that and I drank it. And I was like, "Oh my god, Grandpa! You know what? I think it's working. I feel much better now." And now that I think about it, I'm like, "How crazy was I? I was probably pretending to have a sore throat, or I just pretended that whatever he was telling me worked just fine."
placebo effect.
Like, mind over matter.
Yeah, so the placebo effect. Say you have a headache,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, these are like super effective pills.
But they're not.
Take these, and your headache is gonna go away quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I just give you like a tic tac. In your mind, that's a pill
So
to make
that's
the pain go away. So it's just a placebo effect. It's like crystals. Like you know crystals, right? Like, do you believe in crystals?
what kind of crystals?
Like the
Crystal
healing.
meth. No I'm kidding.
All right, Heisenberg, calm down. Um, no, like healing crystals and for your
Oh yeah,
soul
yeah,
and all that crap.
yeah, yeah,
You believe in all that?
yeah. I can't say. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know much about it, but I know people, like a lot of
yeah.
people.
Well, I mean, if it's pretty much you believe it helps you heal, so it's gonna heal you because your mind thought it healed you. So it's pretty much your body is being like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
it's
mean,
placebo
come to think of it, now that you've mentioned it, I feel like all superstitions are like that. Just because you've trained your mind to believe that that's how something is, that's exactly how it is. Because I mean, if you didn't know about it, like, it wouldn't even make a difference to you. And we also had this, I don't know, there was like this specific kind of birds. It was in Fiji, they were like, if you see an odd number of birds, that's bad luck. But if you see an even number, that's good luck. So if you see 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on, it's good for you. It's a sign of something good that's about to happen. But if you see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., like anything in odd numbers, it means something bad's about to happen. But if you don't believe in it, it's not gonna happen.
I know of if there are crows near, like there's uh, a house with a bunch of crows.
Uh huh.
Someone is either dead in that house, is gonna die soon, or is marked for there or something like that. I know that
Huh.
one. It's like crows. So like if you ever walk around, and you see a house covered in crows, there are treats around that house. It means someone's about to die, or is
Already
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I've only heard one case that my grandma told me in Guatemala.
Yeah.
That I remember. I think she might have told me more, but um, yeah, I never really paid attention to it. So I probably walked around a lot of houses with crows. Mm,
Yeah. I think
no,
that's
no
how it.
mercy.
Yeah. Have you seen any here by chance now that Halloween season's coming up?
No, I don't really. Like I said, I really don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a very superstitious guy, but
I think I try not to be, but there's certain things, like I said, I grew up with, like from the time I was like maybe 4 or 5, from the time I actually started understanding things till date. I mean, I've been constantly told about that, so I'm like, okay, that's how it is. Like, but when you think logically, that doesn't even make sense. Like half of what we've been told doesn't make sense. But I mean, I guess it's traditional, and that's just the mentality we were stuck with. Um, but yeah, that's some of the ones that I know of. What about you?
um, I pretty much already. If you want to eat your cupcake, so
How'd you like the cupcake?
oh, um, so
Sugary.
we didn't say. Did you say you made these in the beginning?
No, I just said they're homemade.
Oh well,
Boxed homemade.
technically it was still homemade. Whatever, you mixed it and you put it into the pan and all
You
that.
mixed it.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, she made these. They're pretty good. They're really chocolatey. I mean, I'm not a big a fan of chocolate, so I'm taking it slow. I'm almost done with my water, so chocolatey. Um, but nah, they're good. They're good.
Oh,
I'll
there's
let you.
chocolatey.
Yeah, I'll let you eat.
Mm-hmm.
The ones I know, I guess I'll go. I'll talk about them one by one. Um, the black cat, like you said, I knew that one. This they talked about that a lot. Uh, it's in like pop culture and stuff. You know, a lot of books have it, movies, TV shows. Um, this is something known here. I never really believed in it because it's just it's like I don't know. The cat can't help but being black. Like saying a black person crosses your path, you have bad luck.
It is not the same thing.
I mean, it's the same thing to me because what's the black cat gonna do? You know. Um, I actually had worse luck. I have met the black cats I've met have been like the nicest, sweetest things. The other cats, the orange, the white, the
Garfield?
yeah, like oh yeah. Um, your mic's off by the way. Like all the other colored cats, the gray ones, they've been mean. That's why I don't like cats. But like the black one, like Milo, he was nice. Like all black cats have been nice. I've never met like a bad black cat. I, if I ever like had to get a cat, I prefer a black cat only because I had good experiences. If it was another like other colored cats, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. You could pick. I know it is. That's why I've been drinking more. Drink water. Oh.
Let me just eat the cupcake and not eat the
Um, the umbrella one. I know that one. The you open it, but I think that one is just people being dumb because they open it and there's things around, so things tend to break. So they're like, "Oh, it's bad luck." Like, no, you're just dumb. I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't open it inside. If we have the umbrella, well, one, it's not going to fit through the door if it's open, and two, why do you need to open it inside? There's no rain inside. Um, so I don't believe in that one. Just people being dumb. The latter one, I believe it's like the same thing. People being dumb. Um, it you go under a ladder. Sometimes there's things on top of the ladder. Ladders have spots for nails and other little stuff to be on. So maybe there's a razor blade, a nail, or something up there. It falls down. It hurts someone that goes under the ladder, and they're like, "Oh, it's bad luck." Nah, you just dumb. Um, the 7 year bad luck. I don't, it might not be. I sort of believe it because it has to do with well. I don't know. Did you hear about the mirror one? Oh no, you said it was broken glass. Um, so if you, I believe if you break a mirror, there is might be some like bad luck to it, only because mirrors I guess are like a portal to the spirit world or whatever.
Putting it at 3 or 4?
4.
You said mirrors are like a portal to.
Sort of. That's what. So back in the day, people would cover the mirrors because they didn't want the soul to be trapped in the mirror.
Oh, it's like that one movie we watched, remember? Behind You? Where these two girls go into some house. I think they go live with a relative or something, and all the mirrors in the house are covered, remember?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So back then, so if you go into a funeral home, I don't think there's any mirrors unless it's some weird ass.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Because back in the day, they'll conduct funerals and in their house. So like if someone we knew died, and we would have had the dead body right here in our living room.
Yeah.
Um, and that's another reason why a lot of like old houses might not have like a mirror in the living room
Yeah.
because they used to conduct funerals in the living
House.
room
I think you
and no
told me about
mirrors.
this before, but that's interesting, huh?
Maybe. Yeah, that's one of them. I believe break a mirror because maybe letting something out. You're breaking the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep in.
It's too sweet. I think I'm gonna take a break from that.
All right. What else? I guess the crows, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the living. I never pay attention.
Yeah.
If it's not my house, I can care less about the people. Yeah.
Well, that was a little intense. I have a few funny ones. So growing up, we were told that if girls ever ate food directly from a pot, it's gonna rain on their wedding day. How crazy is that? And funny enough, my dad's younger sister, my youngest aunt, she had a habit because she loved cooking. She was a teacher by profession, but in her free time, like one of her greatest hobbies was just cooking and baking. So whenever she would cook, like she'd eat directly from the pot, like not like a whole meal directly from the pot, but she'd like pick from the pot and eat it, or if there's like leftovers in the pot, like she would take a lick out of it.
Mm.
And my grandmother always told her, she's like, no, don't do that. The day you get married, it's gonna rain. Like, it's gonna be a huge storm at the rate you're going. And funny enough, the day she got married, there was a tropical storm. So we were like, okay, is that actually real? Because that's really funny. It went from rain to, I don't know, like, it wasn't the worst category of the tropical storm. Like, it wasn't too bad. It was just bad enough to get a little bit of water in the area that she was getting
Flooding.
married. Like it wasn't even flooding, but it
Well,
was just
it's so flooding. Like if there's water in the street and it's just like a little tiny puddle with stuff.
okay. Well, I guess that's we'll consider it flood. But that happened when my aunt got married, so that was one of the crazy ones. The other one is people say in Fiji that if it's raining and the sun is out, then I don't know. What do you? Is there a different term for a mongoose here?
Mongoose?
Yeah.
Like the animal?
Yeah.
No.
So we have those a lot in Fiji,
Mm-hmm.
and they just randomly cross the street, right?
Mm.
So they're like, if it's raining on a day that the sun is bright out, then two of them are getting married. I know it's
What?
just it's just a funny one. But that was one of the crazy ones. That people would randomly be like, "Oh, if that's happening, then two of them are getting married somewhere." I had another one that I was thinking about, but I can't remember. What was it?
Is that the fridge?
Yeah,
It's loud.
it was loud. I think one of them that I first heard when I moved here was "Step on a crack, break your mother's back."
Oh yeah.
Is that? Do you believe in that? Because you
Nah.
always say it.
Nah,
When
I don't believe in that. It's just a thing.
you just say it just
Yeah,
cause.
step on the crack, break your mother's back,
Yeah.
and then step on the line. You something, your daddy's something.
You and I go die. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, step on the crack, you break your mother's back. Step on the line, you break you break your daddy's spine.
Huh. That's cool. What's with all the rhyming? Who comes up with all these things?
I don't know. I don't believe in those.
Yeah.
I know the line one's not real because I tried it a lot.
Oh my god, you're so bad.
I mean, for the crack one, the step on the crack and break your mother's back, it was like a game to me. Just like because I used to walk home from school, so I wouldn't step on cracks. Like my mission was to get from the house to the school to the house or vice versa, and not step on any cracks just because
You didn't want to break your mother's back?
No, it was. I didn't believe in it. It was just like a game because it's boring walking. I don't know. Did you have to walk to school and back?
No, it's too far from me.
Week. I think mine was like what, 2-3 miles. I don't know.
I don't know, Miles.
Kilometers, kilometers. I don't know. I don't know how much it was. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was a walking
Whatever.
distance.
It was good. It was good distance. It was like maybe like 2 miles. And now have to walk to school. It was back in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk home, and I was bored because I walk alone. I was a loner. I didn't have friends. I would like walk and like every crack I'll see, even the lines from like the sidewalk. The sidewalk dividing lines to make little squares.
Yeah.
I won't step on those either. And then I'll just try to like even and whenever I was walking from class to class out the little lines, I'll get bored and just like try not like step in each little square.
What a weirdo.
But I mean, it was boring. Sometimes I would skip class and just walk around and just.
You tried not to step on the line and you walked all the way home.
Oh no, I might have skipped class in middle school, but I never. I never had the courage to actually leave the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just walk around, going to the bathroom. Bathroom stank, and I've never. Oh, I wouldn't say never. I think I've used it like maybe 3-4 times in my life. To like do poo. So I'll pretend to do poo.
To poo.
So before class, I'll like, I'll make sure I had like a fart or something in my stomach. So because whenever you hold in a lot of fart, your stomach starts growling. It's just me. Okay. But yeah, like if my stomach will start growling, and I'm like, yes. So I get to my next class, and so like my stomach's like growling loud, and so I'm like, hey yo T, I need to go to the bathroom. And it's like, it was a reoccurring thing. So she was like, again. She'll hear my stomach, so she'll believe me. Because one time I accidentally farted in class. So with that teacher, like anytime my stomach was growling, she would let me go because my fart stank, and she had to like open the door and like
Oh, that bad.
bring a priest to like bless. But yeah, I was grateful for any time my stomach would be growling.
I thought growly stomachs meant you were hungry.
Not this one.
You're not your type of growling.
No, it's just like if you have to, when you have to go to the bathroom, do your stomach ever have to like growl?
Yeah, when you like really, really, really need to.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's whenever I really, really need a fart.
You're so weird.
That's why. Whenever it first starts growling, it's just like a little discomfort. But if I let it go too long, it starts hurting, and like it hurts like the bottom portion of my stomach, and then it starts hurting my sides, and then after that, it's no longer a fart. It's full on. Gotta get into the toilet.
Oh my god.
And blow it up.
Moving on.
But yeah, little cracks. I'll just after that I'll just go and play around the cracks, and then if a teacher will stop me, I will be like, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. That one's clogged." Because the teacher would believe that because the boys' bathrooms are disgusting.
Yeah.
Bunch of paper in the thing, so a bunch of them were clogged. I'll be like, "Yo, that one's clogged. I'm trying to go to the other one." My stomach go.
Oh my god, you're so weird.
So they'll be like, "Oh snap!" And there's some teachers that I would like run into a lot.
Yeah.
Or I'll be walking around. So if they were like, "All right, I'm gonna go with you," and then they will like be sitting outside. I was like, "Fuck! Well, I need to use my fart now," so I just let it rip. And,
oh my god!
And they stink. And then I never like being in there though, because the bathroom will stink even worse than my farts. But yeah, I'll just be stepping on cracks, or not trying to step on cracks or whatever. I don't know any other one right now.
Well, I had some more that I've heard. I didn't necessarily believe in them because I don't know if it ever worked or not. But one of the interesting ones was for girls, if you fall asleep on the night of a full moon and someone secretly chops a little bit of your hair, it's gonna grow really fast and it's gonna grow really long. And that was something my aunt and my grandmother swore by. Like they would do it. My aunt's daughter had really long hair.
Are y'all werewolves?
I don't know, maybe secretly. No, I'm kidding. Not even close. But yeah, that was something that was, now that I'm like, how is that even related? Like, how is the growth of your hair related to a full moon? But I guess it was like a whole cycle. But obviously, even if you don't chop it off, you want more water? Even if you don't chop it off, by the time the next full moon comes, your hair is going to grow at least a few inches. Right?
I think it grows like a centimeter a week or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pulled by gravity, so the more you let it down, the more it's going to get pulled and the more it's going to grow. Another crazy one was, I remember when my grandmother passed away, my stepmom had heard it somewhere that, so for Indians, you don't bury the person, like you have to cremate them, right? So if you take a little bit of their ashes and you put it on a plate overnight, like nobody had to touch it, like you have to seclude the plate in a corner with a tiny bit of their ashes, supposedly it's gonna turn into the shape of whatever the deceased person is gonna become or turn into. Or
like reincarnation.
Yeah. I was gonna say reincarnating too, but I remember my grandmother passed away, so my stepmom did that. She asked for a little bit of my grandma's ashes, which was very creepy. But she had put it on this little gold platter thing and left it overnight. The next morning she woke up. She was the first one to see it, so we don't know if she went on and like she made like a weird shape of it. But she was the one who was like, "Oh, look, it looks like a bird." So grandma's gonna become a bird after now that she's passed away.
I would have smacked. Who you said your stepmom?
My stepmom.
I would have smacked the out of your stepmom if that was me. Touch my grandma ashes, mother. Oh, you all.
I mean,
You'll become ashes, mother. Ain't nobody touch my grandma's ashes.
but that was the weird thing. I mean, this is out of not a superstition, but do you know anything about bones melting with milk?
Melting with milk.
Yeah.
Or
something like that. Oh no, it's not that. It's so I'm gonna go in and just like put in like a little bit of detail about how the ashes thing works or whatever. So after you cremate the person, the next day you have to go back and I guess pour milk on it so the bones melt and you grab the ashes or something like that. But that's how. I mean, moral of the story is how you get the ashes from the place that the person was cremated.
Wait, you put the milk after they're cremated?
Yeah, like after, you know how it turns into ashes, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think you pour milk and the bone melts or something like that.
The bone's already burnt.
I know, but you know how bones are not gonna like fully go away.
Well, they turn to ash.
Do they really?
Yeah.
No,
When you cremate them, they turn to ash.
Really?
Yeah. The cremation. It's not like they're putting it into a normal fire. The fire to cremate someone has to be really hot to be able to burn the bones to ashes. So it's not like you can't just like make a bonfire in the backyard and throw someone in.
I don't know. I was just giving an extra detail, but that was something I heard. I was like, oh, that was pretty interesting. It's not a superstition. It was just a fact that happened. But I'm not even clear about the actual facts. I was just putting it out there that I know bits and pieces of it, which is probably not all the right bits and pieces, but that's a little bit of what I knew.
Well, what's another superstition that you have? I can't. Honestly, I don't have anything on top of my. I know I might know others, but I can't think of any right
Me
now.
too. I feel like right now I've been put on the spot and I can't think of more right now. Well, relating to superstitions, do you have any weird traditions in your religion, culture, or any weird traditions that you grew up with that now that you think you're like it doesn't make sense? Anything that would relate to like a crazy superstition?
Doesn't make sense.
Anything at all?
No, but I had a tradition of punching whoever's birthday it was.
What?
Yeah, it was just something.
Like pinch and punch on the first day of the month. Did you guys have that here?
No, I don't know. Maybe with me, no.
Oh.
But whenever it was someone's birthday, you'll punch them the amount of times that. So
whatever their birthday is.
Yeah, so like whenever I turn, how old am I?
24.
24. I'm turning 25.
Calm down. You're turning 24.
Oh, okay.
You're so extra. Oh my god. You're like,
I don't remember
am I turning 25?
I don't know my age, alright?
Okay.
So I'm getting 24 punches. Like if yeah, so on the arm. Ring hurts. But yeah. So like that's a tradition. I guess I still do it to Shiloh here and there. I do it to my older sister because I like punching her.
Even if it's not their birthday.
Well, the non-birthday ones is different. It's they flinch.
Oh yeah, that's a tradition in the house. 2 for flinching.
Yeah.
That's very common. Shiloh's watching this, so Shiloh knows what it's like.
I guess if you go outside with your hair wet, you get a cold. I guess that's Another superstition.
Oh yeah, I actually saw a reel about that on Instagram the other day, where this girl was like weird things that my Hispanic mom told me.
Yeah, it's you might get a cold. It just depends on your immune system.
Oh, tell them about that the frog thing that you guys say when someone gets hurt or
Oh,
someone falls.
I get. It's not a superstition. It's the sana colita de rana thing. It's heel frog's butt or butt frog if you're going. Well, it's like sana means heel, and then colita de rana means literal, like direct translation is
But
little butt of frog. So
little butt of frog.
so little frog's butt, pretty much.
Yeah.
You like translate. So it's heel, little frog's butt.
That's it.
Yeah, someone like say Kayla bumps her head or something, and she's like, "Oh, it hurts." You're like, "Ah, sana culita de rana. Si no se sana hoy, se sanará. Si no se sana hoy, se sanará mañana. If it doesn't heal today, it'll heal tomorrow."
But it's so funny that as soon as somebody gets hurt, it's like an immediate reaction.
It's
like
something we say to like mostly to kids.
because it's just funny.
Uh,
It doesn't even make sense.
I mean, my parents did it to me. I'm pretty sure their parents did it to them.
Yeah.
It's just a little thing we do whenever, and it's like I guess a kiss whenever someone gets hurt too.
Yeah.
Like their hand gets hurt. You're like, oh, kiss my boo boo.
Yeah.
It's something like that for the kids. Make them feel better. Or like band-aids. Some kids need band-aids even though it's not bleeding or anything.
Yeah.
Like they get a bruise, they need a band-aid on it to make it feel better.
Yeah.
Like JJ's weak ass.
And his siblings.
Yeah, and the dad.
That's funny because here we are mocking one of our daughter's favorite shows, and most people watching this don't have a clue about what we're talking about. I guess
Parents do. Parents know what Coco Melon is. They know what's up. What's up?
You're so weird. Would you do that?
I don't know. Chocolate makes me tired.
Chocolate makes you lose your mind because clearly you are losing it. What else?
It's not a superstition. It's just a saying. We're not saying, but something we used to say. It could be anybody. El paletero, la señora de las tortillas, el panicero, whatever.
What does that mean?
So like the ice cream guy that with his little cart, little bells. The lady that walks around selling tortillas, tortilla, whatever. The bread guy, the baker, whatever, or whoever's around. It could be the random guy in the corner or something, and they're like, "Look, you're being bad, so I'm gonna go sell you that." And then, if it's el paletero, they're like, "Paletero, llévese este niño."
I think very similar. I was just like a random person, and I'll be like, "Stop crying before I call that man to come get you." And that random ass man, they'd be like, "Yeah, stop crying before I take you." We're like, "Okay, we're gonna be quiet. We're gonna be quiet."
I mean, if there was no one around, we'll start saying el paletero, the tortilla woman, or whoever.
The neighbor,
the lady that brings the tamales or whatever it was. And then,
yeah,
especially around in the apartments is whenever my mom will say that a lot to me because we will live in like Hispanic ass apartments. So outside in the mornings it was mostly like Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings or something. They'll be screaming like a lady will be screaming for tortillas, like the literal word tortillas, tortillas, tamales, or whatever. And then you just hear the little tinkling, cling, cling.
The bill.
The paletero man stuff.
Yeah.
Or the guy with the elotes. If my mom would use one of them if there was no one around to be like, take this kid.
So random, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably do that to Kayla too. Be like, you see that guy over there? I'm gonna give you to him. Shut up. Stop doing your berrinches in the store.
Do what now?
Her tantrums.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any other superstitions?
I felt like before we came up with this episode, I was like, okay, we're gonna have a lot of things to talk about, but right now I can't remember most of them. But I mean, funny enough, we're like, okay, we grew up with all these, but now when we think about it, most of them don't even make sense. But I am 100% sure, like I said in the beginning, I am probably gonna use them with my kid too, as they grow up. I mean, probably not all of them, I guess, as applicable or whatever. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to use them and see how they goes.
I mean, I'll probably tell them like the crack and the line one.
Yeah.
Just,
and whenever, can you imagine knowing our daughter, the sass that she has of like, don't step on that, it's gonna break your mother's back, and she's like, you know what? Ugh.
Probably knowing her.
Yeah.
No, that's a theory, I suppose.
What is?
No, it was more for like the last episode. The previous episode. The alien one, yeah.
You gonna finish it off here?
It's up to you. I mean, if you don't have anything else.
Can't really think of any right now.
And if I had my phone, I would have looked up superstitions, see if I knew any. No.
Well, I guess we'll keep this one short and simple. Maybe your chanclas on?
Yeah. Alright, I don't like coming into the garage without my chanclas. My chanclas. I guess it's not superstition, but all moms have the chancla power.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know, they turn to sharpshooters with them chanclas. Well, when my mom is more with the wooden spoon. Voy a pegar con la paleta. Like Captain America with that spoon.
Even our daughter knows most of it now.
Ignored.
Pow, pow.
Yeah, that whenever she threw a paleta, it ignored the laws of physics and all of a sudden fucking curved that thing.
Did any of it break whenever it hit you as a kid?
Yeah, it did.
Really? That hard, huh?
She broke one on my back one time.
No way.
Yeah.
For real?
If you go up to her and you ask her about it,
yeah,
she'll be like, it was broken already. It broke. It was already broken, so it just finished breaking on you. Yeah. And then I'm like, how is it going to be already broken? You using it, stirring some, because she was cooking something thick. I can't remember what it was, because she was like, doing it hard. And then I guess it might have broke because the heat and whatever. But it hurt. It left like the imprint of you can definitely see the outline of the paleta on my back. It hurt.
Can you imagine how much strength and power she threw it with that it actually broke on you?
Oh no, she didn't throw it. Not that one.
Oh, she hit you with it?
Yeah, she had it in her hand. She went.
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
And so I mean, my dad had already broken a lot of things on me, so. It hurt, but I was used to the pain already because my dad will beat me. That turned dark real quick. That went from 0 to 100 real quick. Oh, any other superstitions? I guess Do you have any, or I guess not superstitions, but sayings or whatever?
Can't think of any right now.
Cooties. I don't know.
Boogers flew out of my nose.
Probably want to stop doing that in front of the mic.
I'm gonna cut it off.
Sure. All right, I really have nothing else to say. You just want to cut it here then?
Yeah, I guess we'll keep this episode short and simple.
Short and simple like the other one.
Short and simple, 50 minutes. It's probably not going to be 50 minutes. It's going to be less than that.
I'm going to cut. So it's going to be maybe 45, 40.
We'll try not to bore you guys. Promisingly, upcoming episodes will have more content, more stuff going on, more fun stuff. If you guys have any superstitions that you'd like us to know or go on or go over, you can drop it down in the comment section.
Yeah. So, anything else? Nothing?
No, that's all from me. I can't really think of any more right now, but
all
I
right.
think those are the major ones that I had, actually.
All right. Well, if y'all enjoyed the episode today, hit that little thumbs up. Where is it? So I'm sitting here, you're sitting there. Meaning it's right here on me. Well, I don't know.
I don't know, somewhere there. Just hit it.
Dang, I can't remember. I think here to subscribe in front of me. And there for what? Previous video? So yeah, thanks for joining us in our episode of Saturday Grub, and we'll see y'all next time.